Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here, Ted, coming to you live from the All Facts, Straight Gas, Weed and Hip Hop Podcast, where you gonna get the real each and every time. Cause one thing I could tell you, I might not be the only realist, but I am the realist. Ha, you hear me? So, I want to start this off today by asking, how y'all been doing, man? How y'all doing out there today? What y'all smoking on? Drop it down in the comments so I can check it out if I haven't already. Me, myself, got me a little bit of Zah here. Zaddy Pack. Super Silver Haze. You know, it's a hybrid. Some gas. Smoke this here with y'all while we sit around talking about the stuff that's going on in the world today. First and foremost, I want to let y'all know, I know y'all haven't seen me in a minute. I've been away, you know, some things been going on in my life, you know, like I fell off for like 3 years and I kind of changed the name from All Facts No Cap to All Facts Straight Gas. Just because it's another podcast out called No Cap, No Rap Cap, something like that. But I ain't want no conflict of interest, you know. I think we both started around about the same time, but I fell off because I had stuff going on, you know, in my life, you know. One of the things, I lost my son about 2 years ago. Right around the time when Gilly lost his, like in the same week. It was like days apart. You know, and I ain't get a chance. Well, I really ain't gonna speak too tough on it, but about him when he came in and said it ain't nothing going on in Florida. Bruh, you tripping. You know, I lost my son to what you say ain't going on down here, you know. But I've been also trying to, after that, you know, trying to get my brand back going, you know. Got new merch, you know what I mean? Yep. And the show's been updated, so y'all have a shot to win some of this merch or, you know, whatever it is that will be given out throughout this platform. So I want to go to this hot topic. But first, I want to show you this right here.
Talking about fuck the streets, nigga. I ain't no fuck the streets.
Nigga, fuck the streets. Fuck Adam 22, No Jumper, Jerry Heller, and Jerry Springer. Fuck your fake codes, your demonized culture, and your selective politicking. Niggas done lost their life for this shit and got back what? Niggas spent decades of their life in jail and got back what? Niggas kept it solid and got back what? Nigga, are you blind? Ain't no memorial statues for real niggas. You be lucky to get a headstone. The streets made us who we are, while at the same time robbing us of who we could have been. How many niggas would have been athletes? How many niggas would have been architects? How many niggas would have been revolutionary inventors? How many niggas would have been extraordinary surgeons? Saying fuck the streets and saying fuck giving up our future. Fuck shortchanging ourselves. Fuck being sacrificed. Fuck being exploited by the system. The funeral homes and mortuaries make $1 billion a year from gun violence. The prison system makes $80 billion a year locking your black ass up, and our communities don't see none of it. Calling niggas marks and bitches for saying fuck the streets is like me calling y'all marks and bitches for letting the police push y'all against the wall and rub his hand through your ass while he fondle your nuts. Because when that white boy pull up and violate y'all, all that gangster shit go out the window. What part of the code is that? And don't get it confused. Fuck these rappers. Fuck who getting the publicity. We the face of this shit. We been pushing this shit. We at ground zero. Saying fuck the streets is not saying fuck our people. It's not saying fuck what we've been through. It's saying fuck the mentality. Because the streets is here. Let that marinate.
Now, I do want to say that I understand both sides. But ultimately, a person can say F whatever they want to say F, you know, F the streets, F whatever. You know, they got that right to say that. But I understand where people come from because I'm from there all the way, you know. I don't glorify it at all. I ain't gonna talk about no old cases, none of that stuff that I done, because I don't want to influence the youth into going into that field, because ain't like they always say, ain't nothing there but jail or hell, My son wasn't even in the street. He was caught up with some of his friends, and something happened, while he was in the car, and unfortunately he's not here with us today. So you want to know how I feel about it? Yeah, I feel F the street, because I've been in there since I was 12, and I'm 50 right now. 50 years old right now. And I've been in the streets since I was 12. I've been to prison 3 times. 17 years of my life is in prison from trying to live up to the streets and the street code and the street culture. Although I ain't never break no rules or laws, I kept it real, but I ain't reached my potential because of the streets. And guess what? I don't know nobody that beat the streets. I don't know nobody. Maybe it have been, maybe you do, but I don't. I don't. And for anybody, I feel, anybody 30 years and over to be pushing, saying that, no, you can't say F the streets, you can't say this and that about the streets, and that's where you come from. The goal never was to stay in the streets and make a life in the streets. The goal always been to get what you can get up out of there and going on to a better life. I done been home 12 years. I ain't got no parts of the streets. And I feel better. I'm doing better than I ever was. I might not have as much money as that I done touched while I was in the street, but I couldn't do nothing with that money then. And when I was touching it, I didn't know what to do with it. All the way, and you keep going all the way till they get you and they take it off from you, and then you turn over 30, and then you start understanding. But the ones that's over 30, like the Boosies, you know what I'm saying? Like Boosie got a whole, people gotta understand, Boosie have, his whole career is built on the street image. So he can't never say it or that image gonna fall. He gotta be real particular with how he deal with that. So I see why he said what he said, but that don't make it right, because you trying to tell these kids that this is what's up. That's not what's up, man. It's a whole nother way. They just need the knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of how to go around and not deal with the streets, bro. All the stuff that I've learned, I try to pour it into my kids. And now I got grandkids, and I'm going to do the same thing with them, because the streets is not what's happening, man. And I ain't gonna disrespect them, because I understand that sometimes you get in the hole and in the bind and you can't think of nothing else, and that's what you know. So you go there. Go for what you know. That's all I could tell you. But also know that if you slip, it's jail or hell. Just know this. Excuse me. So, yeah. For me, F them streets, man. I don't care nothing about them. I enjoy the music because I'm from there. But, yeah, too many of the rappers in the industry, like, man, we could get to that. The gatekeeping and the narrative control. Because there's so many rappers in the industry. Like, I came up off of Scarface and Coogee Rap. Let me see, King's Son. I'm a BG. I am still a BG fan, Soulja Slim fan. I'm older than these guys. Some of them older than me. LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? I even was an MC Light, Special Ed. You see, I'm mostly like up north, because that's where it started at. So, and I came in it right when it started. So yeah, I do music myself. But just because of, I grew up in hip hop, and I feel like I am a part of hip hop. But yeah, the narrative control and the gatekeeping, man, that thing, that's so serious. Because like I was saying about the Scarfaces, he's like a prolific rapper. He's awesome. But for me, to hear all this gangster stuff, you know, JT Money, let me put him out there because he was one of them too that, you know, for school ain't for me, you know, had me singing that. And now when I got a little older and had kids, and then the new rappers came up, like, I'm not bashing nobody like the Kodaks, and he was saying that, and then I started hearing my son saying that. Oh no, that was a problem. That was a problem. You gotta think about that type of stuff. And a lot of these rappers that's out there in the industry talking about this stuff, they ain't allowing their kids to listen to their music, or for sure not do none of that stuff that they talking about. You know, so you think Boosie was going crazy trying to keep Tootie out the street, but come on, man, come on. Y'all, people, we just gotta open your eyes. Basically, it ain't their fault. They trying to hustle. They trying to get paid. You just got to be smarter than that. Like Honeycomb Brazy, that's my favorite rapper right now. You know, I like him, and he talk nothing but street rap. But I like him. You know what I mean? I understand that. You know, he feel like he gonna be that for the rest of his life. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll grow a little older and understand that, you know, to that level, that ain't what it is. You know, I trust that he will, because, you know, just checking out some of the stuff that's going on, what he's saying in his life right now, man. If I was him, I'd just get to myself and keep it pushing, straight up. If you hear me, if you see this right here, man, Brazy, man, get to yourself, bro. Keep it pushing, man. Get your money, man. Don't worry about what they talking about with these narratives that they put out. It's for a reason, man. People make narratives and push agendas for a reason. Just got to be able to see that, understand it. But yeah, this was my first video back. I'm gonna keep this one here short and sweet. But yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about weed. We're going to talk about hip-hop. We're going to talk about what's going on in the world, you know? I just need y'all to, please, if you would like, subscribe, and comment to this channel. Share it with your friend. You know what I'm saying? To help me get up in this algorithm and get it going. And y'all going to get a lot more coming from me. I'm going to have some interviews with some substantial people, some people that you would like to hear from. Trust me. A lot of stuff gonna be going on, so I'm gonna leave y'all with this quote, as it's right here. Good weed and good hip hop will bring peace, love, and harmony to the world. We had Ted. See y'all.